Hey guys, so today's tutorial is going to be how to do double Dutch braids. A lot of people ask me how I braid and if it's easy, if it's hard. So I'm just going to break down the steps for you. I'm going to go ahead and do one side just to show you guys what it's going to look like at the end, and then I'll do this side to actually show you. Alright, so now the first side is done. And I will style these little baby hair pieces afterward, but I'm gonna wait till this side is done as well. But anyway, so first things first, I always just brush my hair, grab it all from the back, just to get all knots and tangles out prior to starting the braid, because it will eventually make it difficult if you do not. But the first step that I do is I take the front pieces, a very thin layer, and I split it into 3 pieces, just like this. And then I do 1 cross over, and then I grab a piece of hair, and then I go under, and I grab another piece of little hair, and then I do the same thing again. I grab a small piece of hair, and then I cross over, and then I grab a small piece of hair, just like this, and I cross over, always grabbing a small piece of hair. And if you have sharper nails, it kind of makes it easier to braid, because you can split the hair into an even section, and you just continue this until you get to the part where you're going to go down to the back of your head, and then it gets a little bit more difficult. Notice I'm pulling the hair super tight, and I'm not grabbing like super huge chunks of hair. I'm grabbing small chunks of hair, because the smaller the chunk of hair, the smaller the braid is going to look. And in my opinion, on me, my favorite braid is definitely a tighter one. And I was a cheerleader for a long time, so I was taught to always braid super tight and super neat. So that's where this stems from. Fun fact, my mom cannot French braid, my sister could not French braid for the longest time, and I was the only one, so anytime anybody needed their hair braided, I had to do it. But my sister now knows how, and it's really not that hard. You just have to like continue to practice and like not give up, because it definitely is stressful. And I remember when I was learning, all I wanted to do was give up, because I was like, this is never going to turn out good, I'm just doing this for nothing. And eventually I got the hang of it, and I'm now able to do multiple kinds of braids. So I will definitely do a different hair tutorial, probably different styles of braids, different hairstyles that I know how to do, and I'll definitely continue to do makeup tutorials and my updated skincare routine, because I change it by the season. I'm just gonna kind of show you guys how I keep up with that and how I maintain clear skin. It's definitely a process, and you have to stay consistent with it, just like anything in makeup or hair. Practice makes perfect, and nobody just woke up and knew how to do all of it. Everybody had to learn. And so this is where it used to get tricky for me. So I have a little bit of hair left here, and to avoid getting a loop like at the end, you have to like really pull super tight and grab really tiny strands of hair in order to make this part come out good. And it took me a while to realize that, and I always hated how the ends of my braids turned out because I didn't know how to not have the loop at the end. So yeah, so once you've grabbed all of that, you just make sure to pull. I just give it like a really tug, and I continue to kind of do that until I feel that the braid is secure. And once I feel the braid is secure, then I kind of ease up and use less pressure to maintain a complete and flowing braid. And then I kind of just swing it around front like this. And as you can see on the other braid, I leave a very, very, very tiny portion of hair left when I am doing this. It does get very hard trying to get the bottom hairs, so I literally have to like use my pointer finger to like make sure that all the hair is tucked in. I just use small black elastics. Don't mind my nails. I've been having to paint them myself, obviously, because of the quarantine. Alright, and there you have it. So that is the second braid. I'm gonna take hairspray, and I just use the Big Sexy Hair, and I'm just going to spray kind of far away from my hair, and then I just pat it down just to flatten it out. And along like the side, I have like a lot of wispies, so I just, again, I take my spray and I put it far away and I just bring it back. I usually use a comb, but my comb is not next to me at the moment, and if I use my brush, it's just gonna pull my hair. So this is what we're working with today. I get a little bit closer for those hairs because those hairs do not like to stay back. Okay, so now I'm just left with these hairs, and I'm just going to style them. Alright, so to style these pieces, I'm just gonna take a skinny straightener, and this is like one of the tricks that I know as well, and then a lot of people ask me. I just take the straightener and I use it to curl my hair, and you end up with a piece just like this. They look a lot more out of control at first, but they will eventually die down. And then I'm just going to do the same to the other side, just like this. And yeah, you can see the heat. That's like, I hate that. That's why I don't use heat on my hair a lot, because it damages your hair, and I take pride in having long hair and I like to keep it healthy, so I don't use heat on it a lot. But this is the final look. It's just braids with curly baby hair pieces. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in the next one.